In a way, I'm like Socrates that has the philosophical understanding that someone with the absolute understanding of science can understand to find the truth, to find the key. At the end of the day, somebody could listen to me and say, well, Dominique, that is philosophy. It's philosophy that is fact, but it's proving the fact. There's always, whether it be is a belief, it's a hypothesis, or if it's real. To know that what I'm saying is real, it has to be proven. Or it becomes a hypothetical, becomes a, it's philosophy. But understand it that way. You can't prove it. So then it's like, when you can't prove something, it doesn't mean you don't try. It means that you try to prove it and have an open mind and even say, well, I understand what Dominic's saying, but I have to be skeptical. And you do. I have to be skeptical about what I say myself. I'm skeptical about everything that I say. Because if I can't prove it by evidence, I have to have an open mind, especially being under so much pressure over the last 5 years. I have to have an open mind about everything that I say or anything that I even see. Because there's so much sabotage. I mean, the government has made a very valiant attempt to make my life miserable and to not give me truth and not have freedom of information, to violate my rights in every way. So, again, I always want to get the fact. I hate to say the government. I always want to say, okay, let's get names. What liberal, extreme conservative, regular conservative, who's responsible? Then you get to evidence and fact, just like in science. You can say, I believe you, but I want the evidence. So do I. So do I. And I'm talking about both, really. The law, forgiveness, and science in what I'm talking about within philosophy, I guess. So it's even to my own self, of an understanding of who I am or what we are and that kind of thing. Whatever your belief is, someone that would watch a video and say, well then who am I? I'm alive too, darling. I see and I think and I believe and I have a point of view and all these things and they're all valid. You're special, man. You're special to be alive, dude. A bacteria to do this to my face. Look at my face, man. A bacteria to do this to my face has a choice. It has a mind. It works in union with other bacteria to create all these patterns and symbols on my face. It has thought. It doesn't talk English. It's not something you can see, but yet you know. Look at my face. You know it exists. It's here. Look. Even on my nose was the three constellation of the symbol that is on my North Pole, South Pole, that is also in the sky. You can say, well, man, is that a coincidence? It's not random. But you can believe it is a coincidence or it's random, but it's not. The bacteria has a choice to make the image or not. It has its own communication. And it's something you can't see unless you look under a microscope. So understand, everything has a choice, that there's nothing random. Everything has a choice to make it or not, so that there's no randomness in that. Within the spectrum of light, the grid of space-time, there's always a choice. Something's making a choice. It can affect you good or affect you bad, man. But it's making a choice. You don't have to be involved in that choice for it to make a choice. A small example is infection on my face, you know what I mean? And then somebody can make a choice to say, we don't like Dominic, let's look at what is an infection, and then let's give it to him and then cause misery, you know? Which I believe this is how I got this infection. But the spirit can make a choice, say, well, then I'll make a choice to use it for nature, for the spirit, for symbolism to the universe. And to make that choice. I want the choice to be made. I don't need that, man. I don't want the infection, you know what I mean? But people need to see things sometimes, so you never know what is the reasoning, you know what I mean? Because I have so many symbols on my face, dude. Symbols, a lot of symbolism.